Welcome back to Ferocious. This is Zed. Today we're going to be talking about Lucid Motors and their proposed acquisitions with CCIV. Now, not proposed, they're actually rumored. I'll dive into due diligence to cover anything that is new, either Lucid Motors or CCIV, and then towards technical analysis. Make sure to drop a like to this video to help the channel grow, subscribe, and leave notifications on. And let's jump right into this one. So Lucid Motors, if you've heard or if you've seen my previous videos by the way in the description below, you will know that CCIV has been rumored that they're gonna acquire in a SPAC, special acquisition unit, off Lucid Motors. And so that reverse merger was expected to perhaps be mentioned or being public. Now that rumor started in from within, so things are looking a little bit interesting for this one. Taking a look into CCIV's recent SEC filings, we get to see that none of them, the last SEC filing has been on the 10Q, which is a quarter earning. But we don't get to see any kind of information regarding the proposed or a possible reverse merger anytime soon. I mean, these usually documents come in with perhaps even a name or just a blank name, a blank reverse merger form. We don't get to see all those. All we get to see is third-party information that says Lucid Motors basically has hopes, or sorry, it's rumored to reverse merge with CCIV. And that is as much as we get regarding the CCIV rumors. We don't get anything from CCIV that nor confirms nor actually declines that kind of proposition of the merger. So far it's been no comments, and we're going to see what happens basically. And so that looks interesting. Now, from an institutional perspective, you get to see massive amount of shares being added. Hudson Bay Capital Management added 3 million shares onto their portfolio for CCIV. You get to see Context Capital Management, another mill. You get to see Peak Investment, 250,000. Atieva, 150. Ramius Advisors and Bulldog combined over 1 million. What else are you looking at? You're looking at even Goldman Sachs, almost 2 million shares. Westchester Capital, 1.4, and that's all just yesterday. Look at that, the dates are 12 February. So, but what I'm saying here is that these massive names have been adding on, and I'm suspecting that they might actually know something that we don't know, and that is something to consider. It's because perhaps they have maybe access to some insider information. They can track more of different movements than just we do. Now, for all we know, they might have just YOLO'd some of their percentage off their profiles, but I really doubt that for institutional buyers. Usually, there is a bit more of a solid due diligence. Nonetheless, it's been very bullish on the institutional buyers, and that gives a little bit of credibility for possible rumors or for just CCIV's future reverse mergers. Because guess what? If CCIV comes out and says, no, we're not doing this reverse merger with Lucid Motors, all these institutional buyers are stuck. And so for their risk management or the risk tolerance, they're expecting CCIV to come up with something great based on their previous history. Insiders, of course, we don't have any action, but that's something to keep in mind off. Now, nothing new in terms of these news and updates. Churchill Capital Core 6 upsizes IPO to 48 million units. That Friday upsized its initial public offering to 48 million units from 46 million units. With shares expected to start trading on Friday on the New York exchange. Basically, we get a little bit of an upsize there. That's good, but still, we don't know what kind of agreement has been agreed on or is being agreed on regarding this reverse merger. So, there's also an interesting one. First look inside Lucid Motors' new factory in Casa Grande, Arizona. If you're investing here and you are 100% believer that Lucid Motors is going to go through, this is a really nice video to watch through. It is an introduction for their insides of the factories. Now, moving on towards technical analysis, since we don't have a lot of due diligence updates, if you haven't done so, please make sure to subscribe and leave notifications on. It helps my channel a lot. Alright, so on a one-day perspective, we get to see this really massive upclimb that really looks amazing. 10 SMA is above the 30 EMA. You get to see this 10 SMA, the green line, is acting like a support. It's almost looking like a VWAP at this point. It's acting as a support for the price, in that every time it touches it, it bounces right back, and that's amazing. I've been saying that for CCIV. The trend here is strong. 10 SMA is above the 30 EMA. The trading action zone where positive reversals are likely is between 32.22 and 24.33. So it's really significant gap in there, and as soon as it drops within there, you can expect positive reversals to occur. 50 SMA is at 1707. Now, on the ADX, what you get to see is that 7587. That's ignorable because it's a SPAC. The ADX is always broken on these. MACD looks like it attempted a negative reversal yesterday and it got rejected, and momentum looks really strong. Now, million%R, what we're getting to see here is that it is overbought, but the moving averages really show a more beautiful story than the other indicators. Now, on a 2-hour perspective, things are also looking good. 10 SMA is above the 30 EMA. The positive trading action zone is between 36.58 and 34.36. Expect positive reversals to occur in that region. ADX shows in the potential of another trend, another positive trend to form. MACD shows a little bit of a jump, and so does momentum. 1% shows that this one is overbought. On the moving average bands, you get to see volumes have been pouring in steadily. This one literally just blew off. It's literally taking off. This is a runway, and it's just the plane just continue going up. So just seeing this one, there's nothing much to comment about generally, as other than it's actually been looking pretty good. I mean, we can go ahead and draw one of these new updated channels to something like this one here, and it really looks beautiful. Now, moving on stochastic fast, stochastic slow. They're both showing that there is another potential for a continuation of this uptrend. And then on the chart itself, this was the last channel I drew a while ago, and you get to see that this channel here is still playing through. I drew, it is currently a bit on the top, and every time it is a bit on the top, it drops a little bit back and then goes around the middle line, which is right now at 33.22, and then jumps back up. So as long as it stays above this channel, especially on the bottom line, it's a solid play. Now, on the Fibonacci retracements, we see a significant support at 36.27, 31.50, 28.16, 24.81, and 20.67. Significant resistance, 42.34. So there's not a lot of resistances here. We can do price line action. We get to see a significant support playing at 35.67, followed by 31.58, followed by 29.97, followed by 27.88, followed by 25.26, 22.91, 2051, 1864, and then 1725. Significant resistances, we're only looking around the $40 and 42.34. Comes to the question to Ed, what do you think about this one? Well, it's been a little bit of a short video, and so I'm glad it's that way. And it's for a significant reason. It's that we don't really have any new updates regarding the merger. Of course, if it does go through, we can start expecting $100 price target. If it does go through in a bit of longer term, I'm talking about maybe in a year. That uptrend is probably going to be continuous even without that kind of rumor being clarified. You're looking perhaps at easily $60 within 2 months. Now, here's the thing. The only way that this, or I believe that the only way this one actually starts breaking apart is if Lucid Motors comes out, or CCIV, and says, oh, we're not actually merging with these guys. Then it's going to tank hard. So it is more of a speculative play rather than a solid play that you're thinking about of investing long term. Now, I would love to invest in Lucid Motors. They have amazing potential there, and they're an American company. What do you think about the sticker? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like it. Have a wonderful day.